Aloha and good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day we have this morning, early, mid-morning, I should say, in beautiful Waikiki. Thank you for joining. We're going to be doing today's Bites and Beaches at Surf and Tacos, which is right down the street here. I'm going to tell you where we are right now. We are on Kuhio, between Seaside, which is right down there, that's the main street, and Nahua, which is right down there, right in front of International Marketplace. And this actual location is a location we've been up and down this street a lot, but we've actually had, and looking at this, we've not been on this side of the street that much. And I just want to do a recap of some of the dining options in just this small area between Nahunani and Kuhio, or even Seaside, which is right there. So from Seaside, there's Aloha Steakhouse right there on the corner. We talked about that just the other day. There's Starbucks. There's Duke's Lane. Inside Duke's Lane, there's a I think there's 5 little stations on this side. They do flatbreads, they do teriyaki chicken, they do plate lunches, and then there's Basalt, which is a full-service restaurant and bar. They have a weekly prime rib special, and I don't know anything about it other than that. I know this pretty good because people have told me about it, and I've had it one time, a long time ago. Paia Fish Market, one of my favorite places. Some of you have actually commented on going there. It's very good. They have outdoor seating. They have happy hours. At Paia Fish Market, they have ahi tuna. They have salmon, plate lunches, sandwiches, burgers, what have you. It's very good. Let's do some shout outs first. Lance, Janet, Victoria, Jenny, Neil, Mary, aloha to both of, or all of you guys. I'm glad you could make it today. I'm excited about this, and I really like this place. Okay, right here used to be the terrible restaurant 808 Texas Barbecue right there, but now it's been changed to a new place. It's called the Secret Spot. But here's what's not so secret about it. That used to be the gallery that was over at the bottom of Beachcomber. Do you remember at the lower part of Beachcomber where they had that gallery, really cool, kind of a bar, coffee shop, sandwiches? That's it right there. They moved there and they renamed it. Okay, right above it is the Hideout. That's a restaurant, bar area up there, very good for music. But along this road here, on either side, there are some really notable places to eat. One of which, right here, is Marigame Udon, which you guys know all about. They have had a line in here since 9 o'clock this morning, and we'll talk about them in just a moment as we get closer. I want to get past this little distraction we have here. Right inside there is the Kuhio Food Market, or the food court. Inside there, there's about 9 to 11. I don't really know the number because they change, but they have a couple of new ones, so it's probably like 11. But they have from sushi to hero sandwiches to bonsai burgers. They have barbecue, hot links, pizza. They also have, believe it or not, 2 bars, and sometimes they have 2 bands at the same time, which is a horrible idea, but they do. Inside that small spot there, they have 2 live bands. Don't know the rationale behind that. But Marigame Udon, let me lay this one on you. They have fresh udon. They make the noodles right inside here. You can watch them inside the window here. And some of you already know this hack because I've said it a million times, but I'm going to say it again because that's how good it is. When you come to Marigame Udon during the day, this line will go from here down past that corner almost throughout the day. However, if you just download their menu right there, order it online in this window, within 5 to 7 minutes, your meal's ready to go. And on top of that, you take it in your bag to go and go right to the beach. You have your own Bites and Beaches episode. You could film it if you want, post it to Going to Hawaii. We'd love to see it. And I believe this is one of either, I think this is either Greg's or Lance's, one of your favorites. This is Kono's. Check this out. Kono's, known for their breakfast burritos or plate lunches. They're Kaulua pork, but we're going to go to a better place, or a different place, I should say, for a breakfast burrito. This is Ibi Nomi inside here. This is a kind of a sushi type Japanese style restaurant right in there. It's very good, very popular. Okay. And this, we're coming up on the world's most expensive, other than the bakery at Versailles in France. This is the most expensive donut shop you'll ever see in your life, as far as I'm concerned. And then Mitsuya. That is often not looked at as a place for food and dining, but they have a Japanese food court. That's a very well-known Japanese restaurant, or store. But up inside there, they have 4 different eating areas. They have one at the on this very side end over here. It's more like a bento box type, but they also have fresh hot plates right here. So they can actually cook it right there in front of you. They have sandwiches, they have noodles, all that kind of stuff. And then inside International Marketplace, that's a whole nother ball game. But this is just from Nahua down to Seaside. How many of these places have you guys eaten at before? It is one of your favorites, very good. Kuhio Avenue is where we are right now. Oh man, that Matsuya, it really is good. If you want the really cool thing, I know this is a food stream, but they have every single thing about Japanese curated merchandise that you would ever want. Just a small sampling of it, but it's a pretty amazing shop just to go in it and try out. And then I was remiss, right here, Kona Coffee Purveyors. That is Janet and Waikiki, Wendy Silva's favorite place for coffee in the morning. And they also have the very popular Korean pastry called Queen Anan. How's that, Janet? Queen Anan. Aloha, Kathy and Angela, Victoria, great to see you. So this is our destination right here. Surf and Tacos, right? Surf and Tacos. This is a smaller, kind of a artisan or artisanal type burrito place, but I can tell you it is super popular. And we're going to go in there early. I'm glad I actually wanted to do this stream about 1 or 2 o'clock today, and then I started to rethink it because this is a madhouse at 1 or 2 o'clock. Right now, it's not so bad. But they have burrito, they have breakfast burritos, and they have a full court of, what's up, Michelle? So check out all these things they have. So here's what they have. This is my favorite, the burrito bowl. Can I get a burrito bowl to start, please?
Garlic shrimp?
Yes, ma'am. Let's see if she knows what I want. And I'm also going to do a breakfast burrito too. Okay, any kind, doesn't matter. Something with eggs in it. Yeah, just can I get separate bags for that too? Because I'm beginning. Okay. So here's what they have, and I'm going to tell you this is the baddest burrito bowl maker on the planet right here. So Surf and Tacos right here, and this is why I think it's such a great deal. It's $13.75, and it's a massive bowl, and it's heavy. I mean, it's really heavy. But they have all these different ingredients. Can you see the prices? Check out the prices. And they make everything to order. They have 3 different types of rice. They have the guacamole and cheese and corn and pico de gallo, onions, jalapenos. They have true habanero sauce, which is outstanding. But here's what they also have. They have for like in the morning, they have like breakfast burritos. Here's all the extras on there. Dos tacos. They have a 2 taco plate. That I think isn't that taco plate one of your favorite or one of your most popular? Yeah, but I mean, look at the price on it. I mean, you're getting all of it probably for about $20, I guess, or so, but it's very good. How many of you have eaten here before? Oh, good. I don't know how you missed this place, but you shouldn't. It's busy. I cannot believe. We timed it just right. So here's what some of them look like. This is like their regular burritos. I've had their burritos. I've had their tacos. Not had their nachos, not had their salad bowls, had their rice bowl, their quesadilla. Super fattening, bad for you, but some of the best stuff you'll ever have in your mouth, Lance. French fries, I've not had those, but I've seen them, and they're very popular. Probably about every 4th or 5th order I see come in here has that. But here's the cool thing I want you to check out. See the burrito bowls? It's a base of $13.75, which, you know, what's that include? But it has all those items, but you can get all these extras. You can get Kalbi beef, or you can get grilled fish. They have panko shrimp, garlic shrimp. Garlic shrimp is by far the best in my opinion. But Lance, look, check that out on the bottom. Check that out. Ahi poke for $3.25. No, it's not like Chipotle. Chipotle is for bums. This place is I mean, it's kind of the same, but the cool thing about it is look at this. See this? Look what they're doing. See it? They make it like right here. And I know Chipotle, they probably do too, but there's a lot of packaged stuff in Chipotle and it's jacked up. And here's something else, Lance, for you. They have habanero. They have this habanero sauce right here, but it's not like jacked up habanero. It's not like, watered down. It is habanero. It will light you up. I love it. But you can put all these fillings. They have black beans, rice, lettuce, cabbage, pico de gallo, corn, salsa, cheese, chopped onions, jalapeno, guacamole. Guacamole is $2 extra, but you're not in Hawaii and not getting guacamole, are you? For lunch, yeah. Yeah, I don't even put it in the same as Chipotle. I'll tell you this. This will tell you how I feel about it. I can count on 2 fingers how many times I've been in Chipotle in my entire life. I probably can't count how many times I've been in this place in the last 2 months. That tells you. Yeah. And so here's what goes in their breakfast burrito. And the prices are good. You probably get out of here for like between $20 and $22 or so.
Are we doing the same pot?
Everything, yep.
Except cabbage, yeah?
Yes, please. Look at that, guys. Look at that breakfast burrito. Jiminy Christmas. That's not for me. That's for a dude I know down the street. But here's the 3 different kinds of rice. So they give you 3 different kinds of rice. And they have beef, chicken, and I'm not sure what this other one is here. What are these 3 meats? It's chicken, beef, and what is it?
We have chicken, steak, pork, garlic shrimp, grilled fish, chicken.
Oh, chicken, beef, and pork. Chicken, beef, and pork. But look at how good that looks. Jiminy. Hell yeah, with the onions. And they have hand-cut jalapenos, garlic shrimp. I've had this one time, this breakfast burrito before, and as fat as I am, I couldn't even eat it. I literally did. I ate about that much of it. And the other good thing about it is it's built for the beach. They put it in these containers, plus you're literally 1 block away. So we're going to we may eat it here on the table, we may go across the street, but I saw a friend of mine right before I started filming, so we're going to go talk to him before we go to the beach. All right. Here's where we are, right here. Surfing Tacos. And see where we are. We're right across from International Marketplace. We're on the corner of Nahua and Kuhio. And right down to the next main street is Seaside, Gerard. Yeah, if I had 15 places to eat in Waikiki, this would be one of them, for sure. Yeah, for sure be one of them. Look at that. I'm gonna show that before we put a lid on it. Yeah, please, guys, check this out. Dang. Did you put guac on there too?
I did.
So that's about what, $20, $22, something like that? Guys, look at that. $20 for that. Guys, that is heavy. Yeah. Oh my God. Lucille's not as big as this burrito.
Are you getting chips today?
Nope.
All right, give me your number.
Here, I'll just do this. It's okay. I'll just put it here. Oh, sorry. So it's like $21 or $22, something like that. That's with the guacamole, and guacamole is like $2 extra. And then you can get salsa on the side, which I don't need.
And then this is for you.
Okay. So it was $30, $29.58 for everything.
I think I forgot to put the guac on there. So plus $2.
Oh, plus $2. 30, well, your gratuity made up for it. So guys, I mean, how good does that look? I know it looks good. So it's, yeah, so it's about, it's, if you're gonna get this for 2 people, it's $13. Did you put, can I put the burrito here?
Oh,
A
yes,
separate one,
sir.
please? And a separate everything on there. But that's what they have right there, man. Do not miss it. Don't miss it. It's close by, right across from International Marketplace, 1 block from the beach. There it is right there. Surfing tacos. All right, killer.
First one. Have a good day.
Perfecto. Thank you. See you later. So here's where it is. There's Nahua and Kuhio, and that's the name of the place. Or that's the sign. Surfing tacos. Okay. We're going to go to the beach, but I'm going to make a stop by down the street here. But we'll also look at some of the places. Some of you guys who are late, I'm not going to stop by and give the whole pitch, but I'm just going to point out all the dining places along here. There's the Kuhio Food Hall, Bonsai Burger. This is Kono's, the probably the second best breakfast burrito in Waikiki. This is Marigame Udon. They're in there making their noodles right there, fresh for the day. They're already very, very busy. This place, if you weren't on earlier, that's now called the Secret Spot, and that's just a repositioned or relocated spot that was called the Gallery that was right below the Beachcomber. That's just a repeat in case you missed it earlier. I'm not seeing this dude in a while. Sorry about the noise, guys. My apologies. Wow, that is loud. Sorry. There you go, amigo. This one right here. That first one. There you go.
Thanks,
All right, brother. You doing all right otherwise?
Yeah.
Doing good? Okay. All right, I'll see you later. Nay, no time. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. See you later, bro. Wow, we couldn't have timed that generator there any better, could we? Yeah, sorry about that. That was a loud generator. Wish we wouldn't have gone that way. And this is the Ohia. I never want to not mention this place. It's such a great, if you're coming here for, it's not the best hotel, it's not the cleanest hotel, but if you want something with a bigger-ish type style balconies, it's not a bad place, and it's probably one of the cheapest. Next to what used to be, actually the Pearl was probably as affordable, I would say, but that's long ago because it's now been reimagined as the Romer Waikiki. It's that all-adult restaurant or hotel. So we're going to go, let's go this way just so we're not standing. I don't want to keep standing. I don't like standing still. So we'll go down here to Seaside, and then we'll go down to the beach. And guys, I'll be really, really honest with you. I don't want to have this bowl right now because I may open it up and have you look at it again, but if we could find someone else who could enjoy it, then I will give it to them. But I really don't want to have it this early. But their garlic shrimp burrito bowl, the one I have in my hand that weighs about 8 pounds, is no joke. All right, let's jam, guys. I was going to wait for that bus for sure. I wasn't going to tempt fate. No. There's usually a lady down here. But you know what? Giving a bowl like this to someone who's not expecting it, with the jalapeno and the habanero, that's a pretty acquired taste. Some people may not be too shot up about getting that. But you saw how beautiful it looked with the garlic shrimp and the pico de gallo and the onions. God dang. I just don't want to eat that whole thing, or even a couple of bites of it and then not be able to give it to someone. You know what I mean? Oh, here you go. I bet this guy would. Oh. Let's go ask this guy. Amigo, do you want a brand new breakfast bowl that I cannot eat?
I love it.
There you go. But hang on a second. It's got jalapenos on it.
Yes.
And it's, oh, you okay with that? Oh, dude, it'll light you up then, brother. All right.
I love you.
Okay. All right. All right, man. What's your name? What's that?
Richie.
Richie? Tony. All right, bro. Be good.
Hey, nice hat.
What? Okay, yeah, thank you. How about that? Just as I was around the corner, and he loves jalapenos and he loves habanero. Boy, we couldn't have timed that better. Boy, the sun is shining on this duck's tail today, right? I didn't want it, guys, I would have showed it to you again, but I don't want to open it up on the street and then close it again and then give it to somebody and then them look at it and see that it's been opened. I mean, they'll know it was opened once already if they open it, so I don't want to do that. Pele sure did. So, if I'm being honest with you guys, and I always am, I would probably cut off my left hand for another Starbucks. But we just passed it and I don't want to walk back there with you guys on the stream. And I'm not going there and fight that line. I want to go over this way for a moment and check something out. Yeah, I like to think so, because the lady that I was looking for is usually like right around here, right in this area. And I usually bring her like a coffee, and she always, I'm not complaining about homeless people, but she complains every time I bring her coffee. And I will ask her, her name's Janet too, by the way. I go, Janet, what would you like? Anything at Starbucks, what would you like? She goes, I want a ice mocha, cambiato, carmelado, Carmachado, 3 shots of this. And I don't know how that lady even knows that they have that. And I always get it wrong. And she says she'll open it up, and almost before her mouth touches the wetness of the coffee, she'll say, that's not what I ordered. And so I'll say, you're out of luck then, because that's like a $9 drink and you're going to drink it, you know. And but the thing is that she never gives me the same order each time. So I just ask, I said, would you just like a big Venti Pike? Just a big Venti Pike, and she likes sugar, and I bring her a handful of sugars, and a couple times ago she opens up the packet of sugar, dumps in her coffee, and throws the paper on the ground. I said, Janet, if you don't pick up that piece of paper, I'm going to take that coffee from you, and I swear to God, I will never ever bring you coffee again. Don't throw that on the ground. And now she doesn't. She sits there and puts them in a little pile. But I promise you, I give her this many, probably 19, 20 or so packets of sugar, and she just dumps it all in there. So I don't know why she's even asking for a specific type of coffee. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how she knows. It's not like she's seeing it on movies and coming in and repeating it, but they're actual drinks, because I tell the barista person and they bang that sucker out. Yeah, she usually sits like right there. Right around there somewhere. All right, so I'm going to beg for a little bit of time here from you guys. And I don't want to go back up that way, because I don't want that guy to be there and me walk by while he's eating the food we gave him. So let's just go this way. I don't need a coffee now. I'll get one later. So guys, that's that was the Bites and Beaches. Short, sweet, tough to beat. And Sky Waikiki is not closed, by the way. I don't care what anyone says. If they did, they had 2 private parties the last 2 nights, because I went down, walked by here and looked up, and sure enough, they were banging it away. And guess what they had last night? And I didn't even stream it. They had the Sunset on the Beach movie, and they had, I think, Ninja Turtles, what it was. So Southwest Airlines started that last night. They actually had about 2 hours of live music and entertainment, concert type of thing, right there on Kuhio Beach, or Queens Beach rather. And they had the movie last night. Should have streamed it, but I was wiped out. Didn't want to do it, but we'll do it next month. They're going to be having those showtimes and experiences once a month, and I will make sure that we post a reminder when that's going to be. All right. Yep. Lance are back on the beach. Back on the beach. And now that I see what they're actually doing with it, now I understand why they're so non-responsive. Because they put together a pretty doggone good show. I mean, they had a concert, they had tents, they had vendors along the street, you know, just up in that little area, not all of Kuhio, just in that little area. And then they had the movies. A bunch of kids were out there, families were out there watching it. Almost no one knew it was happening, but it was jam-packed. Jam-packed. Yeah, they're having, they had Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think they're doing, gosh, I can't remember the others. But you can go, we'll post the whole schedule. That way you'll know planning in advance if you happen to come. It's really a good experience. It's a 2-hour-long thing if you watch the movie. A little bit longer if you want to get some food and listen to the music, which I'd encourage you to do because it's just fun to do. That, Michelle? Is that what you're talking about? You know what, guys? This is what I want to do. Would you guys indulge me with a super tasty, good coffee this morning? And then we'll wrap up this stream. We'll decide if we're going to do something else later today or not. Thank you, Janet. Yes, guys, please, if you enjoyed this stream, please like and share it. I complimented you guys on the shares the other day, and man, you slacked off on that very same stream. So disappointing. Guys, we did our hike yesterday, Lucille and I did, and one of my favorite places is to sit right there and sit in that window. And Lucy just loves to sit in that window. She'll sit partially on me and partially with her feet hanging out the window. And people just love that. They take pictures of her, and she loves the attention, boy, I'm telling you. You guys probably know where I'm talking about, but I love to sit there in that window and rethink the bad decisions in my life, like my friendship with Lance and Wade and Gerard, and figure out where it went wrong and how I can correct it. All those timely decisions that you question your better or worse judgment. This window right here. It's where we were yesterday. And she'll put her 2 feet on the outside of the little ledge. I have pictures of it from yesterday. But this is this is one of my favorite places because their coffee is so good. I know this is kind of a busted kind of bites and beaches, but I actually like these kind. I like these kind of bites and beaches that just happen, you know what I mean? Let's see if their line's not too bad. Oh, it's not. Let's get up here. And these guys do not like you streaming in here, so we're going to turn the camera away from them. This way. But look how cool this place is. This is the same franchise as the place that's over there on Kapiolani and Kalakaua. It's where the old Hard Rock Cafe used to be, but this is one of their locations here, and it's at the Moana Surf Riders, you can tell. No, it's not. Hi, could I get this is what I ordered yesterday, the drip coffee, and the girl told me it was like your Kona blend or something like that.
Kona blend, yeah.
Yeah.
But
If I just ordered drip coffee, what would you give me?
it will be just the drip coffee we made not from Kona.
Okay. Do you know what's in it? Because I may have it wrong then.
It will be just South America beans.
Lay that on me. I'll try it. yeah, sure.
Which size?
I'm sorry?
Which size?
Large. Come on. What'd you think? You think I was going to get a small?
Okay. $6.65.
It's a Honolulu Coffee Company. It's that logo right there. Can I get room for coffee too, please? Or for cream? That's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it. One second, guys. All right, you guys are the best for indulging me. Thank you very much for that. And for not leaving. Wish you guys were here to have a nice coffee, sit on the patio back there or up here. Have any of you been to this coffee shop before? I'm sure you did, Michelle, right? Yeah. Hey, I'm not fasting till tomorrow. Monday to Wednesday for sure, maybe Thursday. Let's see if I'm not a quitter. Let's go back here. Well, wouldn't you love to see Doug and his grandson run into them? Those two gangsters. That girl said, did he say gangsters? That's right, man. You guys remember Doug yesterday on the stream? I guess I should have mentioned that. Oh, come on, Lance. You couldn't hang with that, my friend. Where's the applause for that? Wow, I should have put that lid on and just spilled coffee down the front of me. Well, Tracy, the best coffee place in Oahu, we all know, is Starbucks. Hands down. Oh, that was so hot. I almost said a really bad word. So the best is, let's just get that out of the way. The best is Starbucks. Second would be probably Kona Purveyors, only because they have some of the best, not some of the best, they actually do. They have probably the best some of the best pastry. But if you really want to step it, actually they do have, for their coffee and their pastry together, that's probably the best combination, wouldn't you say, Janet? And then next to that would probably be, and you know, I'm picking these places because of what they have with their coffee, not just their coffee. Because I'm telling you right off the bat, this place is really good. If this is the coffee blend they gave me yesterday, it's really, really good. And I did put a little cream in it, so that's going to take away from it. But that place is really good. That was Honolulu Coffee Company. Kona Purveyors at International Marketplace. The Halekulani Bakery really can't match because of what they have with it. Their rolls, their croissant, their fresh made croissants really can't be beat. How about some of you guys? What do you guys think? What's some of the best coffee places around? I also think Liliha Bakery, their coffee is not remarkable. Like you'd say, oh my gosh, that's the best I've ever had. But some of their pastries, if you really like pastries and sweet stuff, Liliha Bakery at the top floor, third floor of International Marketplace can't really be messed with. A lot of it's location too, because you can have a decent coffee, which I haven't really tried this one yet because I spilt it down the front of me. But a decent cup of coffee is going to look great or taste great because you're looking at that, you know. Kai Coffee, it would be easier for me, frankly, to tell you the bad places for coffee, and the bad places I would tell you for coffee are really based on location, service, not really the coffee itself, because you can almost make coffee tolerable with the ingredients that you put in it, if I'm being honest about it. What did Lance do that was impressive, Michelle? Let me take a look. Wow. What a difference a day makes. Look at how low the tide is today. Of course, you'd expect it this morning. Diamond Head's nice and green today. You can smell the breakfast food. I don't know if the breakfast food is coming from Duke's. You almost want to think it's coming from Duke's Breakfast Buffet, which is right down there, but it's not. It's coming from Beach House, right there. Beach House is where they have, it's Beach House and Veranda. For some reason, I couldn't think of that name last night to save my life. But Beach House is where they're having their breakfast. And for some reason, it's not very busy today. Had a few people, but it certainly wasn't massively busy. It's probably 78 right now, 79. Not real bad. All right, guys, so let's try and convince me that we need to do another stream today. We can't do a Waikiki trolley stream because we're going to be doing that tomorrow or next weekend. I have something kind of up my sleeve about that. So we'll do a Waikiki trolley next week, but we can do almost anything if you want to do it today. No North Shore or East Side stuff today. Anything else? All right, Margaret, you want to go back and do, we can do it all over again if you like. Jenny, I didn't see what you put up there before that you're saying please about. Let me look. Let's see if I can see. Sorry, Jenny, I missed. I'm just seeing your please. I'm not seeing what you're asking about. Or what you're saying please about. Dole Plantation. Ban. Guys, because this is your group, I'm going to put something up to you guys, and you guys can vote. And your vote will rule. There was a guy, as you guys know, Robert Lewandowski. I always thought of him as a troll, and he posts a lot, but he posts a lot of repost of Instagram posts. So he'll just copy an Instagram post and put it up, and Terry approves about 2 and 10 maybe, because they're just the same thing, you know, just which is fine. I mean, I want people to post, you know, we want people to post, but it just, you know, it's not true informative things. And plus, when you do an Instagram post, it drives people off our page and takes them to Instagram, which we don't really want to do, but we'll do it if it's a great post, right? So Robert was on the stream the other day, and I don't remember what stream. Oh, it was on the catamaran sale, which was, to me, a complete and total disaster for a number of reasons. But I was just not in the mood for it, and he kept posting something. And again, I said, Robert, don't post that. And it wasn't offensive. I'm not trying to put him in jail or anything like that, Facebook jail. But he kept doing it. He did something again, and I said, Robert, please, I'm trying to focus on what's going on here. And he did it again. I said, okay, Robert, do it one more time and see what happens. And you can tell, you know, he either is, I don't know him from, I don't know who he is. Doesn't matter. I always thought that he was a troll. I said, you're local and you're just trying to, you know, cause some hassle. But okay, I don't care if he is or he's not. It's just, you know, he could be from the mainland, whatever. But it just, some of the things he says, it's off-putting time. And again, nothing rude, nothing crude, nothing like Lance would say or write. But I banned him. And one person has asked, has he been banned? And I said, yeah. Was accidentally banned. I said, no, very much on purpose. And then we received a message from someone else who said, is Robert ever going to be allowed to come back on? So I'll put it to you guys. If you want him back on, type in a 1. If you don't care either way, put in a 2. Well, good. I'm sure everybody's in another group. But if you guys want to leave him, well, surely kind of seal fate right there. If he's in another group, let him go. I'm glad. You guys should be members of every Hawaii travel group. It just makes you appreciate how great ours is. Okay, you guys are spoken. Actually, I haven't heard from Janet. What's Janet think? Janet's the... Wow, you guys are tough. Trader Christine, what do you do? What's trader stand for? Is it day trader? Swing trader? Price action trader? Is that what that means? He commented on our YouTube? You mean on our, not under Robert, he didn't. He may have commented about us on another channel. Oh no, on YouTube, yeah. Because I didn't want, he didn't do anything wrong on YouTube. He could stay on YouTube all he wants. Until he does something, you know, does something ridiculous. And probably I was too quick on on the hammer. Hawaiian. Trader Christine, tell us about what you have, or contact Terry if you want to get some more you know, exposure to our group. Guys, you know what, this is actually something too that you may not be aware of that I do actively, is I will contact Hawaii based companies. Obviously I do it with and, you know, Hawaiian Airlines and some other places like that, but to try and get them to, you know, expose themselves to our group. And, you know, one of them was the gentleman that did the wood carvings, right? Oh, that me. You guys dropped the ball yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to say anything, but one or two of you know exactly what I'm talking about. But you forgot something that was due. So anyway, like the wood carver guy, I love to help that guy because he's got a nice family. He always has his kids around him when he's doing his stuff. But I have talked to the guy maybe for 6 months to try and get him to post onto Facebook. I said, if you will post on Facebook, because I just don't want to do it for him. I want some initiative, because if he's too lazy to get up and do a post and write a little story, then, you know, I don't want to help him. I mean, it's, you know, I just don't want to. Because, you know, we have a lot of people that could give some info, buy some product from him. So I've seen probably over 6 months, maybe 8 times. Dropped my card off, took his card, and I told him, I said, dude, just go onto the group and join the group. And then just make up a post and just write a little story about, I mean, it doesn't have to be written properly, just write a little story about your carvings and your story and things like that. And I will buy one of your carvings, and then we'll auction it off, or give it away or something like that. It took him months and months and months. And then it wasn't until, guys, I think it was Michelle. Was it you, Michelle, that something from him? I think it was Michelle, or maybe it was Wendy Silva. Someone bought something from him, and he goes on to the group, and then he sent a message, and I said, guy, this is what I wanted you to do. Just do a decent post, write a little story. Let's get people engaged rather than say, hey, here's my turtle, it's $300. Talk about your story, talk about what's unique about what you have to offer, something like that. Well, guys, I have done that to probably, I kid you not, no exaggeration, 30 different businesses. Easy 30, really probably close to 40 or 50, 30 easy. From Taste of Aloha, the box place that send out a box of Hawaiian products, to Maui Pineapple Company. I'm telling you guys, they are the most difficult people to get to respond. And I'm trying to put them in front of you guys, and I'll buy the product. I'm not asking them to give me anything for free. It blows me away how difficult some of these people are. Yep, that's it. Oahu Tiki, Oahu Tiki, that's him. Second chance. Oh, you're back on Robert. Yeah, move on from him. Yeah, I did. There's others that do it that are just trolls. I like the trolls. When they troll me, I think it's funny, it's entertaining, but they have to give some effort. They have to be funny or something. And that's, if they're not funny, then I don't have a lot of time for them. But it's when they start giving misinformation, when they start spelling things wrong. Like I think one of very few people that I banned, they kept doing the tag wrong for something. I think Waikiki trolley, and I was taking the time to explain to them how to do it, and then I realized they were purposely doing it wrong, and then I just banned them on everything, banned them on YouTube, on Facebook, and they appealed it, and I said nope. I said you did that with nefarious intent. I don't have time for that. We're not here for that. I love the questionable behavior, Janet, but I just don't like it when it's encroaching on other people's experience on the stream and telling them misinformation, spelling things wrong, telling them to do it this way when I tell them to do it another way. Because when I have to stop and tell people about tagging, it interrupts everybody. And it's not just you people that are watching, the thousands of people who watch this on replays. We get like 50 or 80 at a single time. Goes out after this goes offline, goes into 5,000-10,000 on decent, sometimes 30,000, like our Waikiki trolley one that I was just looking at was like 36,000 people. So I don't want them having to go back and forth and figure out what's right and not wrong. So it's further reaching than just us 50 people or so. I hope you will, Lance. Come on Wednesday, and I'm glad you brought that up, Lancelot. I'm thinking about moving those streams, those panels to Saturday, because there's so many of those topics that I want to hear from people who actually live in Hawaii, and doing it at Wednesday really for everybody else that's not in Hawaii because of the timing. We're going to do that stream panel discussion on Wednesday, but we're going to have really good topics. I don't know if you saw the topics. It's basically, why are fewer people coming to Hawaii? What needs to be repaired in the Hawaii travel industry? And just, some things like that, just talking about Hawaii and Hawaii travel. And I just want to get everybody's input. No one is going to be right. We're not going to vilify anybody and say, oh, it's the tourist. The tourist is a problem, or the local government is a problem. We're going to talk about it and just hear some opinions. For sure, Lance, come on. I'm going to give just a really quick little intro pitch. do some administrative updates, and then we're going to open the panel up to anybody. And this, I think this will be one that we have at least 2 or 3 people. Janet, it'd be great to have you on there because everybody's view is going to be listened to. But I think it's going to get if I'm being frank, I think we're going to get a little bit argumentative on it. But that's what it's about. I want to hear everybody's opinion. If you're upset by that, then you may not want, you may just want to just watch. You're used to it. Lance, I have to ask you a question, guys. Sorry for the completely off-topic question, but Lance, are you familiar with the song called Scary Monsters by Skrillex? It has that line on there where she says, Lance, oh my God. You missed that I put that in one of the stories that I actually put up. I think you missed that. Or if you didn't miss it, you didn't comment on it. But you can comment too, Margaret, for sure. Oh man, look it up, Skrillex, Skrillex or IX. It's called Scary Monsters. I think Scary Monsters and Spirits or Scary Monsters. Anyway, there's a line on there that says, Lance, oh my God. It's this kid that says it. It's not a song you'd probably like. All right, guys, let's go. Let's do a little stroll real quick, and then we'll decide if we're going to do something else today. Hey, how's it going? I was actually kind of halfway hoping Doug would be out here with his grandson. I wouldn't put his son or grandson on blast or put him on stream, but it would just be cool to just kind of see him, wouldn't it? So look at that. See, look here on the right-hand side. That is beach house. There's not many people eating. Is it? Well, it's 10:30. There should be a lot of people eating. But they're open up early. They're open at 6 a.m. And guys, you know what? I had it wrong. I had it exactly opposite. And check that out. Yep, I had it completely wrong. Verandas in the morning, beach houses as at night. You guys totally missed my reflection. Completely dead on. The prized reflection. Ooh, I busted that one. All right, guys, we're going to end this stream. And we'll start up a new one just shortly. Hopefully you're able to make it. No, I'm not leaving my coffee there, but that's where we just came from, Moana Surfrider. Hopefully you guys will check out Surfing Tacos. It's a really, really great place. We didn't get to test it ourselves, but trust me, I've tested dozens and dozens and dozens of those garlic shrimp plates, and they are well worth it. So if this is your first stream, hopefully it's not your last. And if it is your last, I hope the ones before made it worth it. Hope you liked and loved this stream and learned a little bit. And I love having you on here. I appreciate every second, every minute, every hour, every day that you're on these streams. And I love that you allow me to share Hawaii with you. I will see you guys later.